Hi there. I know I haven't done this video for a bit of a while, been doing other videos and stuff like that, but anyway, welcome to my car harbor project part 6. I'm going to continue with the car harbor project. There's the motor with all the spokes on the cogs. Obviously, I finished up the other cogs. There's that one and that one. So what we are going to do now is get these to spin. So I'm not overly set up properly, so I'm going to pause the video and get set up. Alright, so before we actually start putting this together properly, we are only going to do an experiment just to see how fast these spin. Now, that obviously goes, yeah, they go like that, that goes like that, that goes like that. And so I know that I need to make some of that a little bit thicker than what it is. But there is ways of doing that, very simple ways. What we're going to start with doing is lining these up with cocktail sticks, so that we've got a way of them to spin. Now obviously there was pins inside this. We're replacing the pins with cocktail sticks. All you do is let it go through. If it starts feeling like it's not going through, that means that you've gone off track of where the centre of these are. I'm going to go off track of the centre, it's just getting it wide enough and make sure that it meets perfectly in the centre. It's not actually easy to thread a cocktail stick straight through cardboard without breaking the cocktail stick. Never cut anything down to size until you know precise measurements, otherwise you can end up with bad measurements and you'll end up having to start all over again. Don't ever do measurements unless you really need to. With this, we don't need to do any measurements. So all we're doing is seeing how fast these cogs spin when they are placed together. It's almost through, I think. It's been a little bit awkward. You'll see how effective these paper rolls will work. Yeah, I'm still going in a straight line and see the hole perfectly. And I haven't felt this make a new hole. So never worry about it looking all bog-eyed and that. It should work. The way that I've made these cogs. Just hope my theory is correct. I don't mean on the spokes of the cogs. I mean the theory of this actually spinning at a decent speed to the conveyor belt to the car hoppers. I different cocktail sticks, that one's just not doing what I want it to do. Right, some of these have got glue on them. I might be getting a part of the cocktail stick that's got glue. That's why I was turning the cocktail stick around. Some of them are a bit chipped up. I have to get some new ones. Oh, that one went in nicely. Yeah, that's still going. Yeah, that's actually gone all the way through. It's a little there. That's the cocktail stick gone all the way through. Now we want that to run smoothly, so I'm going to widen it down this way. I think that just went a bit crooked. Yeah, that feels like it's actually moving down without pushing on anything. And it is becoming very awkward. Right, I'll feel that going down. I can't see it at the other end yet. Oh yeah, I can. It's now gone through both ends. But we need to loosen this up and get it to spin. Cocktail stick. You don't want this being all stiff and stuck, otherwise it'll just stop in one place and it'll break all the paper rolls off. And once you've done that, that means taking it all apart again. That's why you always test this first before you actually get it going. Right, that's on there. Hold on a minute. Just getting a plug and a wire. We're just going to see how well this works. Right, I've got the plug and the wire. I need to take the cocktail stick back out and then try and put it through this way. I need this to act like a spinning top sort of thing. No, not a spinning top, whatever you call it. So, if I can rest that on there, all that straighten out, it's going to press against it. So yeah, I want to do the spinning top here. Oh, I need to high that up a little. I'll just high that up too high, yes. Yeah, that'll do. Right, now I'm going to get out broken wire. I'm not going to plug it in just yet. I'll attach the red to the red and the black to the black, and I'll just make this look professional for some reason. Hopefully I can show you how simple it will be to make a conveyor belt. I already know how to do that. Not because I've done it before, I can see shapes in my head and that, and to make a conveyor belt seems really easy. Getting the measurements on the other hand is not going to be so easy. I'm not sure how to get the measurements to make the conveyor belt. I have an easy solution. No, I don't want that to touch. What can I put between that? So, how does it sound for that? Well, that'll stop them wires from touching. I'm going to plug that in. That should spin like so. Don't worry about that not spinning at the moment. And I've got it completely attached, just pushing it away. But yeah, we can see that that will work. Unfortunately, it's still not spinning very well on the cocktail stick. So I'm going to need something else to widen that hole a bit more. What? I don't know. Well, no, that's another way of doing it. Yeah. Just give it a wiggle about. Same on the other side. And we should have this up free spinning. Actually, one itself can actually just push this in and out. It's getting there. It's this bit here that I'm struggling with. It just doesn't want to widen up. I'm going to try something a little dangerous. I don't mean dangerous that it's dangerous to do, I mean dangerous as in I could end up wrecking it. What I'm doing on that bit. Yeah. I think it's about the glue that's causing the problem. So that's good, we did actually glue these on. So, we are going to need this for a minute. I will be pausing the video because I am going to get a screwdriver that's roughly just slightly wider than this. That's if I can find one. Right, I did find a screwdriver. I'll do it. It's not much thicker than the cocktail stick. So we are going to just gently prise it through just the small circle, because that's the one that seems to be causing the most problem. I'm going to go all the way through. I'd say about there. That's probably just reached to where the glue was going on this. Now I should just, yes. So we have a nice spinning wheel on a cocktail stick. Spins quite well. Now we are going to repeat that process for these. I may do this off camera, you don't really need to see this done again, but obviously you just make sure that these go through the holes. Make sure that they spin freely, because if you end up with a tight notch on one of these and it ends up catching, it can end up ripping all the paper rolls off and it won't be a cog, which I think I may or may not have already mentioned that. So now I've said that, I'll pause the video and get the cocktail sticks through the rest of them. Right, I repeated the process that I did with that one, but we still have some stickiness. So it's not exactly working properly, this one. I might have to put the screwdriver all the way through, which now we'll just have. Let's see if that still sticks on the cocktail stick. If it is, then I have no idea what's going on with that one. Oh no, there we go. We have it. There we go. Alright, the last one. I can do that on video because it'll be just straightforward. Because there's only just one piece to go through. Don't know if that, oh yeah, it's gone through. I knew that this one would be very simple. So must be able to throw. Yeah, it's gone a bit lopsided. Well, I think I'll just straighten that out. Yep, there we go, I'm happy with that. So we now have all them spinning freely. Now, how to put these together? Oh, can be slightly difficult. Because I don't think that these are going to be long enough to actually reach all the way through. No. So I might not be able to do a test on these as such. But we are going to have an attempt. So, without messing about, I'm just going to stick them straight into the cardboard. This one next. Make sure that they all go in quite well. Bring that back a bit. I'm going to put it flat. We are now going to see if this actually works or not. So I've just come up with an idea on how I can actually do this. Sorry if that's not moving. Just getting this accurate. Okay. Just to see how fast this actually spins. Hopefully it doesn't spin too fast, because if it spins too fast, then that means that it's a problem and not a solution. Right, that's not very good at the moment. But I've just actually configured so I can actually get this to actually be the actual part that we're after. So I'm going to try that again. And get it as straight as possible. Leave a bit of a gap this time. Yeah, that looks much better. No, I didn't even stab it in that time. I stabbed in once, but it went all the way through. Yeah. Right, that's fine. Now we are going to stop that from being a mess at the moment. What we are going to do is we're going to widen out these holes. There's a reason for that. Without them attaching onto there, as a matter of fact, go to the bottom. So now which ones are which? We are just going to push a crocodile stick through onto that cardboard where those holes are. That should hold it in a straight line. And using this piece of cardboard, we may be able to actually build the actual strategy of all this working. Obviously I will need to put cogs, not cogs, sort of washers underneath it for it to be proper. I'm going to push that one right back through because it doesn't seem to be. Oh, there we go. Right, so I'm going to push down and right so it goes level. And we are going to use these 3 holes that we've just made. It's been awkward, so we're going to try it the other way. I'm going to put these back to front, see if that makes it any easier. I'm going to use this cardboard because these holes are slightly tighter than on that one. So that's in line, that's in line. That's in line. So that appears to be in the holes, yes. Right, we have a problem because that's very hard to spin. That's why we'll need washers, because we need to level them out. If I can spin them, I'll push those on a little bit tighter. But I've got to make sure that the cogs stay sort of loose. Ow. Yeah, that might be a bit too tight on that. So use these ones, push them away a bit. One of the paper rolls fell off on one of the cogs. That doesn't matter. Oh no, another one's gone. They're not lined up properly. We're going to have to build these to get them to line up properly. Where's that one on this one? Let's upload this. Do I have my glue up here? I think I do. Well, yes I do. There it is. So one thing that you've got to be careful of when you're constructing this is these paper rolls will tend to fall off if not done properly. So we're going to have to make this in its proper proportion. That's about right. Any more? And that's one I just glued on. I can't feel no more loose pieces on that. That one's fine. Well, there's a loose one on this one. I'm not finding it. Well, it's on the small cog. Right, because that hasn't actually completely split away. I'm going to just put glue along it and then roll it into the glue. There's a glue stick spreader. I had one here not long ago. Right there. Make sure that gets right in there. I'm just going to roll it back into place. So I need to check the glues again. I'm sure there was another one loose on this. Wasn't wrong. That one. Well, it doesn't really matter that much about these pieces falling off because you can easily glue them back on. So I'll just paper. Now we have to wait for that to dry. While we're waiting for that to dry, we are going to try and make these as level as possible. If they're unlevel, they're not going to work. So I'm going to start with putting the cocktail sticks back in the wheels. You want to leave a bit of a gap so these can actually spin around. What I ought to really do is sand some of this down, but that's not going to be easy to do because they will catch on each one of the cogs. That's why we need to level it out so it's just a little bit away from the cog. The spokes, rather, or whatever you want to call them. So, I've got plenty of cardboard. I'm going to use this piece. Just going to cut a small little square off it, actually. Scratch that idea, I've got a better idea. What we're going to get a ruler and a pencil. Now, I can't remember the exact width of these. We're going to have a look. Oh, that's not going to be easy to do. I'm going to say that they're possibly a centimetre. So I'm going to cut just a bit more than a centimetre. And I'm going to use one of these tubes and that's what's going to hold this in place. The more higher up it is away from the cob, the better free rolling spin it's got. Oh, hold on a minute. Right, I'll just put a dot there So now I'm going to cut this out kind of differently. I want it just a bit bigger than a centimetre. And from there, I'm going to cut down to that way. Doesn't matter about the lines being accurate on this or not. Just as long as you manage to get a fair bit of it. I may have to make that slightly tall down now. Because it doesn't have to be perfectly level, I'm going to cut straight in the middle of that one. Should have just done this in the first place. I'm actually going to cut this all the way down. Try and get it in a straight line as much as possible. Once you see what I do with this, you'll understand why you don't need accurate measurements. It's not too bad. I'll cut this bit here so it's nice and stiff, so I can actually get what I'm after. Right, because it's that little piece that I'm after, I'm going to cut that bit off there. The measurement was technically that. So now we're going to test this. Just that goes on there. This one's already got it in. Doesn't matter which way around these go. I'm going to put that through there. Oh, no, still got the free spin. I want to loosen that up a bit more because I feel a bit tight. Using the screwdriver, I'm going to go all the way through. Give it a bit of spin now. Yeah, spin better. One thing we want to do is get this so it's straight. I've cut that so it's not straight. So I may need to cut another one of these. If you can't get a perfect straight line, eventually use measurements. I've got a quite rough estimate of what a straight line is. This piece of my project is not overly that important to me as long as it works. I want that just a bit bigger than a centimetre. I'm going to say there. Yeah, that's much better. So I only use that hole there. I want to cut that bit off there so it's not too big. Actually, that's that bit. I want to cut just that bit off there. Doesn't matter at all about these lines being straight. As long as it doesn't cut into where I'm going to pull this through. I'll place this on there. Oh crikey, let's cut through it. This has been awkward, very awkward. I can't make a piece of this just go straight onto there so it holds it out of place. Oh, wrong way. But that's more or less what I'm after. As you can see, it's gone through on that one. My best bet is probably to use I'll get this in there. Oh, possibly use that one. But no, we are actually going to do this properly. So give me a moment. Just so you know, if this bit doesn't work now, what I'm about to do, I will go hunting for a motor that I can actually get to spin slower. I have looked on YouTube at videos of making motors spin slower, but I'm not sure how to configure the resistors and all that stuff. But I did learn quite a lot of stuff. I did actually see an experiment on YouTube. I was going to try it and then I was going to actually show it on YouTube, but unfortunately, the experiment, I don't know what he did to make it seem like it worked, didn't work. And that was powering a motor using a speaker. If anyone sees that video, it doesn't actually work. Right, so how am I configuring this? So I want one of these. To do this, we're going with another scenario. Just didn't want to resort to this because it just takes forever. I don't have paper with me. I was going to make paper rolls, or a straw would work. I do have straws, but then for something else at the moment. So I may cut off and wait until I get a different, get a different motor. You know what? We're gonna try this. It's gonna take forever to do. I ain't gonna need measurements on this. I'm just gonna cut that off there. Don't worry about the cardboard because I've got plenty of it. No, because it's still not gonna work. It's not gonna be strong enough. And I've just ruined the cardboard. I'm getting agitated because I wanted to actually try and get this to work and it's just not doing it. Possibly. I can't remember what I called it for. But you could see where I was going with this. That possibly could have worked. Because if I do that, I can actually roll that around there. Stop it from catching. Same with rolling it around the motor. Hold on, let me stop the motor from spinning. So it would have worked. But I don't know how fast it would spin because it won't let me show it. And I have run out of ideas now on how to actually get this to line up. I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to try that strategy again, but I'm going to try with a bigger piece. I'm going to say roughly there, that might hold it away from the thing. I'm determined to get this to work, but unfortunately I have a bit of a problem where I'm actually impatient. sometimes, so I'm actually doing this impatiently. Right, that's usable. Let's see how far away it stands from that. Oh, I did it in the actual right place. I can actually hold that and spin that without it catching you. We'll see it when I put it together properly. So I'm going to cut another one of those off. I can thread the piece through. Oh, now because this one will be at a different length. So we need to cut once again with one of those. Try using measurements, I'm not at the moment. If you think you can do it without using measurements, go for it. I'm just making rough estimates. So about there. Right, that's for that side. That's going on there. Oh no, that's it. No, I've got it right. I'm doing it right. And I'm taking off a bit more cardboard than what I should, but I've got plenty of this cardboard. And hopefully this will hold it all in perfect, in the perfect place where I need it. You can tell I'm being impatient because I'm not getting through this as well. I just want to move on to the conveyor belt and actually start showing a simple way of making ballast. If I cut that bit off there, that should be fine. I don't need to worry too much about this, to be honest, because it will spin round with the cog. Now I have a problem. I need a new cocktail stick because I don't know what I've just done with the original on this. Now let's hope that this is not too thick enough. It's too thick. Try a different one. Yeah, that one doesn't seem too thick. There we go. So if I stick that onto there, let's measure that up with that. I'm going to say then, oh, it's too high, but it's not. I'm getting there. Just want to make sure that none of them are actually I'm catching on one another. So that is actually too small. Cut that bit straight behind. I'll cut that off. I'm just checking on the video then if it's recording or not. Let me use that whole I'm just gonna cut that down. Cut that down. Now that should work. Wrong hole. That feels quite weird on there. I don't think that this is going to work for some reason. Because now that looks far too high. Not too high. This is the big problem that we have. It won't let me measure up properly. Yes, we do have a problem. That will now not fit. Hold on a minute. No, that's meant to go there. That's why it didn't seem right. Now that's it. Yeah. There's that piece. I think this might be too high for that now. Or not. Nope. That's fine. So we have our cogs. What we want to do now is the part that I wanted to do in the first place. Just cut one of these. Doesn't matter what you use to do this bit. Doesn't matter if I have to make two out of that. I probably should have used thinner cardboard for this, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to pry the hole through this. Doesn't matter how big the hole is. Doesn't matter how perfect the hole is. Because this is just going to stop it from whacking off the sides. And that's just going to go on the end there. I'm going to need another piece of cardboard. Once again, not cutting it accurate, not until I've actually tested this, because I've got a feeling this ain't going to work. I think that's why I'm being impatient with it. Well, it will work, but it's not going to spin to the speed I want it to. You know, I'm not making any more cogs. My idea is to find a stronger voltage motor and then put the smaller voltage on it so it doesn't move very fast at all. It'll be easy to work with as well. So, which one was it that I'm going to stab that into the cardboard. Oh, that fell off. Doesn't matter. Let's just stab that in. I'll put that there. Yeah, this bit bit of cardboard. Oh no, I don't need to. I need to do it with these. I've already got washers on them. They tend to stand up a hell of a lot better. There we go. Oh yes, that feels much better spinning. Hold on, that one just actually pulled itself out of place. So when that's held in, it's a bit tight on some of them. I think that one needs moving across a bit, because I can actually see that looks out of line. That's how easy it is to move across. Just slightly. Let's try that again, because that seemed to be spinning. It's not spinning to the speed I want it to. Yet. It's spinning too slow at the moment, so this may work. We're about to find out. Oh, I just found a bit of a problem. It's not much of a problem, but it is a bit of a problem. Where's that thing? Yeah, even if I stuck it upside down, that's going to be a problem. Right, you'll have to bear with me a minute. Without damaging any of those holes. I need to cut that bit off there. Otherwise I won't be able to attach the motor. As it says, I'm actually using a cardboard box, so I still have plenty of this cardboard. And turn that towards me. Now that's going to be difficult. I can't actually cut this off. I'm going to have to try and guess. Hopefully I don't cut through the dot. No, that doesn't have. I think I can feel the dot there. Yeah, that's fine. So, cut that off. There we go. Now we can leave that up to the motor. Right, so I'll start putting these back in again. Get all these to line up. Being fussy. Being very fussy. This is just for a test. That should hold in place when put it together properly. What we are going to do now, see how fast that spins with the motor. I want to bring this right to the edge of the table. I've lost the foam from inside this. I'm going to put this piece of foam in there because it's bigger and it'll keep the wires completely separated. Probably should have just used this anyway. Folded it in half. So yeah, there we go. There's our motor. I'm going to get the motor to spin. I need to bring it a bit closer. There we go. Yes, but we have a problem. My thoughts exactly. That is spinning far too fast to spin a fucking conveyor belt. Excuse my language. So if we try and spin a conveyor belt with that, instead of bricks falling down into the coal hoppers, it's going to be flinging them across the room. And because I've got a double coal hopper, it'll only be hitting the one coal hopper and not filling up the other one. But if you ever need something, I'm going to do that again because that was quite fun. I can't believe that actually worked very well as well. Unfortunately, I was the one that was wobbling about. If I was to put that so it didn't wobble about, which I'm going to try and do this time. One of the scopes has come off, but never mind. You can see that that does actually work. It did knock off a few of the cogs, the spoke things. As I says, it's hard to keep it in line. But they might come in use for something else. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is put the cogs back on that come off. When I open the glue. Right, it happens with this glue sometimes. It's just got a bit stuck in the edge of it. Trying to squeeze it out. Almost got it. Got it. I'm going to put that on there because I've actually unblocked that completely. Yeah, if you've ever got a project that needs cogs, that's it. I mean, if that was spinning ahead, if that motor was spinning a lot slower, it wouldn't be powerful enough to actually kick the cogs off. That's why I said, still going to keep these in case they still come in use. Right, I'm going to have to put glue there because I just found the other one of those. Oh, there's another one missing. I think that's the one that went flying all the way over there somewhere. Yeah, once I find that last one, should be able to put it completely together. I can't see it anyway. I'm not sure exactly where it flung or how far it flung off. Well, at least you saw that that experiment sort of works, but it's not slow enough for what we need. So I'm not sure whether to put this under my coal hopper experiment, because that is not now part of the coal hoppers. Well, I'll still put it underneath it though. Or a coal hopper experiment. Because that's what it is. Oh, I found it. Look all that. Not sure that none came off this one. Nope, that's got them all. None came off that one. The reason why these ones came off is because it is actually very hard to hold the motor in a straight place without wobbling everywhere. If I just straighten that up, they probably wouldn't even come off. As you could see, a couple of attempts before they actually started throwing themselves about. So I'm going to go to the toilet and we're going to try and do something else. Right, this clever person here, meaning me, has actually come up with an idea on how I can actually still make this video be part of my coal hopper project. We are actually going to build the separator so we can pour stuff into one hopper and into the other. But for that, we are going to need ballast. So I'm going to show you a simple way of getting cheap ballast, and it's very simple. Pausing the video because I need to find a tool that would help with this. And I might have to scoot all around the garden for it. Yeah, if I can't find that tool, I may be able to come up with an alternative. But for cheap ballast, if you really want some ballast, realistic stuff, I'm going to show you how to get some. Right, for making cheap, easy ballast, what we are going to need is a dustpan and brush, a hammer. I did want a lump hammer but I couldn't find it. I did look all around the garden for it. And a pot. Now this is only for time being, unfortunately I have no jars at the moment to actually put this so it's secure. But this pot, because I'm outside, keeps getting blown around, so I'm going to put something inside it to stop it from blowing around. This might work. So that's what I'm going to put inside it, just a long tube. You'll see why. It's going to stand up. Hold on a minute. Just got a leak in there. Well, we can put it on there for the time being. It can stay lying down. We're also going to need something like that. I'm using that slab as well. Base is what we are going to do. Now these rocks are original ballast rocks. I haven't gone to a train track to fetch these. I just found these around the garden, but I've been around train tracks many a times to know which rocks are which. What we're going to do, with the dustpan and brush out the way, we just crush up these rocks to small lengths. And split. Fortunately, ballast is not that easy to break. I may need a bolster chisel, it might help. So I'm pausing the video and I'm back in a minute. Right, using a claw hammer on these is not ideal. So I have a bolster and I should be able to cut through this. Be able to split it in half. The smaller it is, the easier it is to break. This just doesn't want to break. I'm getting a load of powder off it, and that doesn't matter. You want powder, makes it look more realistic. And this one just doesn't want to break. Let's try a different one, shall we? I've got the bigger piece, but that is also ballast. It's another type of rock. Ballast is actually a mixture of rocks. This should be a piece of to break. That's breaking down nicely. And that's one side, because that's just come off it. So just crush it up into small pieces, and that's how easy it is to make cheap ballast. And easy. Once you get it really small, you don't even need to hit it that hard. This is where the spun brush actually comes involved. Once you've made all your little tiny bits and you're happy with it, you can just literally use this kind of brush and sweep it up. Move these lumps out the way. Big lumps, otherwise rather than get caught. The reason why I started doing this is because on the coal hoppers that I built, I am going to try and make the part that separates them, so you can configure them to work both together, or well, let's try. I'll see some lumps that are a bit too big. Now watch this when I pour it into the bottle. You'll see what I mean. A bit being realistic. This is why you use a dustpan and brush. That's where you get rid of any iffy bits that you don't want. Yep, I'm happy with that. There we have, in the bottom of there, where's my camera? There, in the bottom of there, ballast. That's only one rack of mayonnaise that I have. Oh, it's just crumbled. I'll get them bits on there. Doesn't matter about a few bits flying off or anything like that, because I don't pay nothing for this. People can pay up to about £10 odd for ballast. I'm going to wipe that bit now so it doesn't splatter everywhere. It's an unusual bit of rock. It's a rock, but I wouldn't use that to stay within the ballast. show you the types of rocks in a minute. Scoots around for, but if you want to know what rocks to really use, you're best off going to a train track and seeing what rocks they've got, and obviously you can't get them for it. Took a couple of pieces off the train track. So you've got to be careful when you come across these ones because they are tougher than others. How ballast works. That's why they use a tamper machine, so when it lifts the track up, you've got the softer rock that will push out the way, and then the hard rock that will hold the track up. That's why they use a variety of different rocks. One thing you never add to this is sandstone or house bricks or slabs, because trying to crush up the slab is not going to be easy, and it's the wrong type of rock. I'm going to be pausing the video in a bit and just continue with this until it'll be time for me to stop. And I'm going to try and make enough of this so I can continue with the video and try and get them car hoppers to actually do something, just so I can actually add this video onto being part of, so I can make this video to be part of this properly, so it's not just a complete waste of time. My experiment didn't go so well. I should be able to now, after this one, put this so it stays. I have to put it on the floor, it'll be harder for the wind to catch it. But as you can see, that is actual ballast. I'll show it better in a bit when I've finished in better lighting, but yes, that will have to just stay standing on the floor now. So I'll be continuing the video when I'm done. Sorry, not actually finished, but this is another type of ballast rock. I don't know if you can see it very good. That's another one.
I don't know more, but there's a bit better tomorrow.
That's another one.
Yeah,
and that's a bit like the one that I was trying to break, but it's slightly different.